Welcome to another edition of Rust Rants, where I come on and talk about, well, whatever's honking me off today. Major League Baseball. Well, it looks like they're into another controversy here. You know, for many, many years we hear this argument come up. Is the ball juiced this year? Look at the number of home runs. The ball has to be juiced. There has to be something with the ball. Well, usually that goes on for a whole season, but this time it looks like the juiced balls are a lot more targeted, a lot more focused this year. At least that's according to this article that comes to us from Yahoo Sports. Now, 1 month into the Major League Baseball season, it says the league is once again dealing with a change to its baseballs. This time, MLB has reportedly expanded its use of a deadened ball that was partially used last year and has begun using humidors at all 30 ballparks. The result is a new dead ball era with runs down, batting average down, and most notably, home runs down. Except in nationally televised games, which would mean ESPN's Sunday Night Baseball, at least that is what hitting coach Eric Chavez believes. Now, he spoke with Tim Healy of Newsday, and Chavez said that a number of his players on the Mets, he is the hitting coach of the Mets, but they have told him that the ball is not so dead when ESPN does Sunday Night Baseball. And this is what Chavez said in response. Actually, this is from the article that Tim Healy wrote in Newsday. It said, and then in late April, 2 days before they played the Phillies on ESPN's Sunday Night Baseball, several hitters gave Chavez a heads up. Watch how the baseballs travel during the premier nationally televised game of the week. They had heard that the balls in those games were in some way different. Chavez said, I thought for a second, you guys are full of it. Then what happened? Well, Chavez says the ball was traveling farther, the balls that weren't hit as hard. And I'm like, wait a minute, that shouldn't have happened. Chavez went on to say the ball was just traveling better, that was the eye test, but then we lined it up with what the analytics were telling us. This is the one thing about analytics. You can't really argue, right? You can't argue these facts. Chavez went on to say, we've been hitting balls 104, 105 miles per hour at the right launch angle that aren't leaving. And all of a sudden, now we're hitting balls 95 miles per hour, a little less hard than the other balls, and those balls are traveling on Sunday night. Chavez added that hitting coaches around the majors have heard and said the same thing. And Chavez says, we can't argue with other things until you're blue. We can argue other things until you're blue in the face. But we know that with analytics, that if you hit a ball over 100 miles per hour at the right launch angle, it should be a homer most of the time. That's telling us there's something going on. So are they putting juiced balls into play on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball and nowhere else? Is Eric Chavez telling the truth? Well, Eric Chavez had a very successful Major League Baseball career, primarily with the Oakland A's. So you figure a guy like that, who's also the Mets hitting coach, probably knows what he's talking about, which means that what ESPN is doing obviously isn't going to be fair to all the other teams who aren't playing on Sunday Night Baseball. And is that going to cost them wins, especially maybe those teams who are on the cusp of getting into the playoffs in September or October? How are they going to feel that, well, you know what, maybe if we had the balls they use on Sunday Night Baseball, maybe we would have got those extra hits that would have given us those extra wins to get us into the playoffs. And if this is truly the case, if Eric Chavez is right about this, this is another example of Major League Baseball panicking over its declining popularity, over the big drop in viewership, and all they can do is just kind of grasp at straws and say, well, maybe if we put a juiced ball on our broadcast on Sunday night, well, that will increase viewership, and that will increase our fan base, and, well, I'm sorry to tell you, but I don't think that's going to be the case. There's just no magic bullet that is going to reverse this trend that baseball has been seeing of declining viewership, declining interest in the game, the failure to attract younger fans. This is going to take like a multi-pronged effort. You're going to have MLB officials, players, TV people, social media people, advertisers, all sit down and try to hammer out a big plan in order for people to be more interested in baseball. First thing is, you should not have any politics in the game. No kneeling, no moving the All-Star game because some state legislature voted on an issue a way you didn't like. And I'm sure those two factors have contributed greatly to a lot of people just turning their backs on big league baseball. So no more politics in the game. Also, have more contact, have more speed, have more stolen bases. Man, if you got a player who's got Pratt and Whitney engines in his feet, let him fly down the base paths. That'll make things more exciting. Let a manager manage the way he sees the game, not just go off what a computer constantly tells him. Also, and this has been a problem for years with Major League Baseball, they need to market their players better, not just within the game, but outside the game. And they need to really bring out those players who have great personalities, who people will gravitate to. And I think if you do those things, and maybe add a few other things, I think you can make baseball great again. Oh, and one other thing you can do to help make baseball great again, get rid of Rob Manfred and get a commissioner who doesn't have the IQ equal to that of a gerbil. Well, hey, now a word from our sponsor. Does your toilet have rings that always need cleaning? Do you have hard water spots on your shower doors, calcium buildup on your faucets? Just imagine what all of that is doing to the inside of your washing machine, dishwasher, refrigerator, your hot water heater. What about the pipes inside your body? Buy a filter or be a filter. You can have clean, mineral-rich water without the buildup of unwanted toxins in your body and throughout your whole home. Call Vicki Johnston today at H2O Health and Water Solutions at 928-899-7504 or stop in and see her at the Prescott Gateway Mall. Well, folks, that's it for another edition of Rust Rants. Be sure to smash the like button and follow us and subscribe to us on all of KYCA's social media, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, Instagram, Vimeo. Don't forget to leave a comment as well on this video, and also check us out at kyca.info. Till next time, I'm John Rust, and I'll see you soon.